guys, Puddin here with a follow-up video to yesterday's Halloween event thing. This one I'm going to focus a little bit more on a refined strategy, but as I'm showing you on this screen is why I run premium consumables. I have plenty of currency. I've got the T10 ships that I want. The ship lines I'm working on is to get the T10 German battleship and the British cruiser. The other thing is, as you can see indicated by the arrows, this is where you will get your notifications that you got experience for the win. And as you can see, I got a little video here. If you click your notifications tab in the lower corner there, you can bring that up and it will show you everything that you got from the event. Now you will only get experience for the win. If the Transylvania dies at any point, you lose. The other thing is, I believe the screen is coming up now. You know, it says that you don't receive anything. It's because you get the notification is where you get everything. As you can see here, no credits, no experience, but you did get it. You have to go through the notifications. The other thing, reason I chose this replay is, one, it's a battleship. Two, it's the 2 battleships, 3 cruisers, 2 destroyers. The
action stations.
The arrows here are the indication of which way the Transylvania is going to start, depending on where the catapult spawn. If it spawns to the left, he's going to go to the left. If it spawns to the right on that island, he's going to go straight. Sorry, guys, but as indicated by those arrows earlier, that will tell you which way the Transylvania is going to go. The other thing, when you shoot these catapults, I have noticed if you shoot them at the base, it's where you're going to get the maximum damage to them. So if you try to shoot them at the base. The other thing is, let the battleships get in the circle to start the Transylvania moving. The other thing is, if there is no ship within the circle, the Transylvania will stop. So if you go in by accident as a DD, stay in until you notice there's a cruiser or a battleship in there before you get out of the circle, because he will stop and you will fail that task right off the start of the game. This task is fairly easy to accomplish. The other thing is, the struggle yesterday to get a win was just real. As you saw in the previous video, it took me quite some time. Today seems to be 10 times easier. The fluke almost is losing at this point. But, you know, there are still people that kind of don't understand what they need to do. Battleship's job is not to go out and take damage. It is to destroy the catapults. Stay within the circle and escort the Transylvania. You gotta do whatever you can to stay within that circle to keep them moving. The other ships, the cruisers and the destroyers, need to be a little bit more fluid on where they go and what they do. DDs need to focus on shooting ships. Shooting ships, torpedoing ships. Cruisers need to support. If you see a low health ship, shoot it. If you see a low health catapult, shoot it. Now you can shoot AP as a DD to the catapult. I have noticed the highest damage rolls I've gotten is around 4,000, but with the HE I've also gotten close to about 3,000. So it's whatever you feel needs to be done. The other thing, the DDs, use your guns on the low health battleships, torpedo the more healthier ships. The other thing is, you need to work as a team. And as you can see here, what I mean by today's a little bit easier, there's bare minimum communication, nobody said what to do, and everybody staying together. this group of guys that I got fortunate enough to play with seemed to understand what they needed to do. The DDs are in front, but they're not. They're maybe about a kilometer away from the edge of the front of the circle, which is where they want to be, because everything will spawn in relevance to two things: where Transylvania is or where you are. So if you go haul it out there, you're going to cause everything to spawn in, and then it's going to turn into absolute chaos. The other thing, when the enemy zombie ships initially get spotted or spawn in, they are at a stop. They do have to initially get going. So when you are torpedoing, don't torp on that line. Torp a little bit in front, because they are going to start moving. The three guys that spawn behind, as a battleship, ignore them. As a DD, ignore them unless you have the three DDs. But even then, ignore them. Let a cruiser just burn them. Those guys are never going to catch you. They're really not even within gun range. The other thing is, you need to finish off the zombie ships as fast as possible also. Catapults are number one priority. Zombie ships are number two. Now, I have... I love playing RPGs, so some of these references are going to be a little bit more RPG-ish if you don't know. But when, like, Rasputin spawns in, the best way to kill him is to deal with the ads, to deal with the zombie ships that spawned in with him on the way to killing him. Battleships kind of should focus on those ships, while DDs are focusing on getting to Rasputin to torp him, but DDs need to be dropping ships on, or dropping torps on ships on the way to Rasputin. The other thing is, you can get stuck on a sinking ship, as I get stuck on this gentleman here, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to back up. It's going to take just as long to back up to turn my ship around as to just keep going forward until this guy sinks. But the other thing, being that you are watching, you kind of do have the two guns on either side. Once you learn where the catapults spawn, you learn the routes, you can kind of know where you need to focus your guns at, while you do have the second set that you can shoot at another catapult. You need to be shooting the catapults as a battleship. Can't stress it enough. Today, couldn't stress it enough. Yesterday. That is the BB's role. Your secondary role is to shoot low health, or actually your secondary role is to try to stay within a circle to keep the Transylvania moving. And your third role, deal with low health ships. Now, like, it's the strategy kind of changes when Rasputin comes about, because hopefully by the time you get up there and Rasputin is out, all 9 of the catapults are dead. Usually when those last 2 catapults spawn in is when a couple of seconds Rasputin will spawn. So if you can get those catapults knocked out before Rasputin spawns in, it's so much more beneficial to the team. The other thing is, you see me holding my shots, trying to wait to get shots on catapults over shooting ships. I truly cannot express how badly those catapults need to die. But as you can see here, the team has still got pretty much all of their health. We are just over halfway through this encounter. All the we've been dealing with the ads, the catapults. Everybody's shooting the catapults. Then everybody shoots the BBs that our DDs did torpedo. And as you can see here, I knew there was going to be a catapult there, so I held my shot. Aim at the base of these catapults. Massive, massive damage. You can see I get the indicator that I'm going to hit the island, but that's where the base is. And you can potentially one-shot these catapults as a battleship. Sorry again, guys. Those catapults will cause fires when they do hit, and they do a lot of damage. Now, as you can see here, the catapults are dead, and that's right as Rasputin spawn. So when the catapults are dead, when this happens, you need to switch your focus to killing the battleships on your way to deal with Rasputin. You don't want to let these guys get into the circle and stop. And I make the mistake there of getting out of the circle. I'm going to cut my engines and try to reverse back into it. Now, I do have a game where we did accomplish every single one of the tasks, and that is with the makeup of 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers. But in that one, I actually stayed in the circle. If you're new and don't know where to go, just stay in the circle with the Transylvania. You can't go wrong doing that, and you can't go wrong shooting catapults than shooting ships. But as you can see here, we are quickly taking out all of these ads, or whatever you want to call the zombie ships on the way to them. We are quickly taking them out on our way to Rasputin. Sorry, guys. As you can see, while our DDs are torping Rasputin. The other thing, I really don't play. I've never played the cruiser in this. I'm more of a battleship destroyer. That's what I like, but I do play cruisers. If you are a cruiser and you do see that Rasputin got a flawed and his damage control is out, shoot him, burn him down, get 2 fires, then go back to focusing on the ads. Or if Rasputin is close to you, if he is presenting you a broadside, AP him down. Your AP still will do significant damage to him. But it's usually at this point when Rasputin spawns is when you're going to start losing ships. Maybe at a faster rate than you want. But if you can get rid of all those ad mobs, the surviving ships have such a better chance of dealing with them. As a battleship, like I said, if you can get rid of those extra ships, it really helps the destroyers because there's less secondaries burning them down. It really helps the cruisers because they don't have to worry about angling against umpteen different ships. It's just Rasputin that they have to deal with. Also, that guy that spawns there, if you have 3 DDs, I kind of recommend at that point one of the guys go deal with him. That guy up there has caused more failures than I'd like to admit, just because everybody is low on health, and nobody shoots at that guy because he spawns in late, he's kind of far away, and he has actually rammed the Transylvania. As you can see here, sorry guys, we have 1 ship left, but there's only 1 ship that our cruiser here has to deal with. This guy plays it smart. He stays with the Transylvania, and when he does get the broadside, he does just start APing them to death. Your AP still will do damage, just because these are lower tiers, just because this is, well, technically they're not lower tiers, but just because these are special event ships doesn't mean the same rules kind of apply. The thing with this, though, is this requires teamwork, and some of the strategies from random battles do not translate well into this. You kind of never ever want to stop moving. You always want to keep moving. So popping your smoke and sitting at it shooting things doesn't work even with Rasputin, because everything spawns so close to you. Now, obviously we're going to bring this home. Like I said, the ship behind's never going to catch up. We've accomplished all of the tasks with the exception of Transylvania not stopping. And with that, guys, we're going to take a look at the post-battle results screen, and maybe go over some of the finer points of this event again. Like I said, here you're not going to see your experience or money earned. That's all in the port screen. As you can see, it's the battleship. Premium consumable. It doesn't cost that much. I still don't understand how they do rank here as far as 1, 2, 3. But as you can see here, I did significant damage, and I will get the credits for doing that. But in the previous screen there, I don't care where I am on that leaderboard. I don't care if I'm first. I don't care if I'm last. The leaderboard's coming back up again. But if you don't win, you're not going to get the experience. You will get the credits and the camouflage for completing the challenge stuff, but you will not get the experience. You only get that for a win. So I don't care where I place on that leaderboard. All I want is the win. That's all that matters, and that's all you should care about. And as you guys can see here, you can get all of the tasks accomplished. Can't stress it enough. Need to work as a team. Need to keep the Transylvania moving. Need to stick together. Today is, like I said, been 10 times easier getting wins. Still get a couple losses. But as people start knowing what they need to do, how this goes, learn the routes, this is clearly becoming a lot easier than it was yesterday. I just want to say appreciate all the support you guys give us. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope you guys have a glorious day and are enjoying the Halloween event. Oh, and please keep those replays coming in.